Lord,
O my Lord,
you have executed all duties
you have executed all duties
yourself.
yourself.
Are you leaving us today?
Are you leaving us today?
Though we are completely dependent
So we are completely dependent
on your mercy
on your mercy
and have no one else
and have no one else
to protect us.
to protect us.
Now,
Now,
when all kings are at enmity with us,
when all kings are at enmity with us.
this is Kunti speaking. It is written here, prayers by Kunti. As the Prophet said, teachings of Queen Kunti. So Prophet yet said teachings. Here is prayers by Queen Kunti. So the Prophet said the prayers of Queen Kunti is lesson. She is teaching us. By her prayers is teaching us Christian consciousness. So Prophet changed it to make it more direct, more meaningful, that will penetrate our consciousness. Prophet said the teachings of Queen Kunti. Teachings. So if it is teaching, it's a prayer here. It's offering prayers. Oh my Lord. It's a prayer. But teaching. What's the teaching? She said, Adya. Adya means today. You are going to Dwarka. You are going to Dwarka today means you are leaving us. So Krishna, you are leaving us for Dwarka? Krishna said, yes, please permit me to go. I have many duties to execute. So she said, Swakrita. Swakrita. You have no duty to perform because the activity is automatically done. Either directly or indirectly. Activities are automatically done just by a will. So you don't need to be in Dwarka to do whatever you want to do. You can do that anywhere. From wherever you are, you can do it. That is your nature of Krishna. Krishna said, yeah, I have stayed here for long now. I have stayed here with you a long time. I have stayed for a long time. You didn't know. She said, no. This time, all the kings my son killed, their family members are looking at us with angry eye. They're looking at us with angry eye. How are we going to protect ourselves? We, not others. We who are fully dependent on you. How are we going to protect ourselves? We don't have any person else to defend us. We depend on your shelter, on your protection. So now you leave us for Dwarka. Oh, the happy days has passed. Now it is time for sorrow. The happy days is when they are here with us. We have a happy days of seeing you directly every day. That is our happy days. Leaving us, the darkness has come. This is an inauspicious time for us. Why, Krishna, you want to create darkness for us? Is that your duty? It is your promise. Paritana sadhunam vinasa chaduskritam. That is your duty. You promise. a promise. Our inauspicious days has arrived. Our auspicious days are past. So staying with us is auspicious. Leaving us is inauspicious. So what to do? You stay with us. This is what Kunti Devi is saying to Krishna. Don't go. We have no person to look up to. It is you we have. So don't create inauspiciousness for us. Our happiness depends on seeing you. We want to see you. We're not tired of seeing you. Your beauty, your activities, everything about you is sweet. I would like to taste bitter. Want sweet. Don't want bitterness. Want sweet. To go away to Dwarka. All glory to Dwarka Vasis. Yes. All glory to them. They will have you to enjoy, but we'll be lamenting here without you. Stay with us. So, properly speaking, the Pandavas are more fortunate. Why? Because with all good luck, they were entirely dependent on the mercy of the Lord. This is the fortune of the Pandavas. What is their fortune? They are entirely dependent on the mercy of the Lord. A child who is fully dependent on the father does not know the distance of the journey. You know? The child that is carried on the shoulder of the parent doesn't know the distance of the journey. Because he's not walking. The walking is being done by someone else for him. He doesn't know the distance of walking. A child that depends on the father or the parent has no difficulty. There's no difficulty because all difficulties are being taken care of by the parent. Everything is being provided. Like a faithful husband, a faithful wife. You work in the morning, the husband has provided everything you need to go to the kitchen. You don't have to disturb your head. Is it not? Yeah. Even nagging wife may have difficulties. Because the husband is in anxiety, stress. A devotee who is fully dependent on Krishna, the Pandavas, the Prabhupada says here, they are having good luck. They are lucky. To depend on Krishna means good luck. Good luck. Arjun told Lord Krishna, Arjun told his brothers. Arjun told his brothers when he came back from Dwarka, that person by whose mercy I went to heaven on challenge and I killed the demon, where is him? Where is that person? By whose mercy I can do activities which are not common for everybody. Where is that person? He had left me. Lamenting the disappearance of Krishna. So one who depends on Krishna has nothing to worry, has nothing to fear. So devotees have nothing to fear, nothing to worry. Fear and worries means faithlessness in Krishna. Faithlessness. No faith. The Bible to say, Oh, ye men of little faith. No faith. A fear. Anxiety comes. No faith. When there is faith. The faith which is so powerful that can move a mountain. There's no fear. No anxiety. The part of us are lucky, fortunate, because they completely depend on Krishna. So Kunti told Krishna, I am most fortunate. You love me more than your mother. Krishna, I can see your partiality. You love me more than your mother, Devki. Why? Because your mother has only one problem, cancer. But I have many. I have many problems. It's good for devotee to have problems. Teachings of Kunti. Prabhupada said what? Teachings of Kunti means what? Devotees would have problems. You want to have? Eh? Anyone? I will give you. Yes. Teachings of Queen Kunti. She said, Lord Krishna, you love me more than your mother because I have so many problems. Therefore, you stayed with me. You didn't stay with your mother. You stayed with me. Krishna is better. Krishna to stay with us or to stay with someone else? Yes. To stay with you means you have many problems. Then Krishna will stay with you. You have no problem. Krishna will not stay with you. The teachings of Kunti, let us try to understand. What is teaching? The proper made it teachings. See, teaching was life, which we don't have understanding. See, it's open our consciousness to realization, vision, to see things as they are. See, Lord Krishna, I have passed through so many difficulties. Poisoned cage. You protected us. Gaseous house. You protected us. Dimba. You protect us. Disrupting property, you protected us. Dangerous forest life, you protected us. Fighting, who can fight with Bhismadev? Who in this world? Who can fight with Dronacharya? Karamna? Who? Who can fight with Aswatthama? We face all these difficulties. See, we are alive. You protected us. There's so many difficulties. Bhismadev said, yes. My dear Kunti Devi, my dear Pandavas, the problems you pass through, the difficulties you pass through, it's not possible for anyone to remain alive. I'm seeing you today. I can only conclude the providence. So Prabhupada said, good luck. We are alive because providence. You are protected by providence. You are protected by the Brahmanas. You are protected by the religion. This is the life of the Pandavas, the fortune of Pandavas. In the material world, to be dependent on the mercy of someone else is the utmost sign of infortune, misfortune. But in the case of our transcendental relationship with the Lord, it is the most fortunate case when we can live completely dependent on Him. Right? In the material world, depending on someone is a miserable life. You know, you will not eat on time if you depend on someone. Is it not true?
Yeah.
You are going to eat when the person is ready, not when you are ready. And you are going to eat the remnant of your master. For a pure devotee, that's okay. It's purifying. For a demon, what is purifying in taking the remnant of a demon? It's an abomination. So, it is not wanted. No, it's not wanted to depend upon others. It's condemned in the scripture. But to depend on the supreme person of Godhead and Krishna's pure devotees is the most exalted position. Most exalted. To be a servant, someone is the most exalted. Position of a servant is so exalted, and Krishna himself became a servant. Krishna himself became a servant because of the exalted nature of being a servant. The material world servant, you sleep under the bed of the master. The master is sleeping on. Can you see? 𝐁𝐻𝐸𝐴 and 𝐁𝐃. What is their palace? The backyard of 𝐾𝐻𝐸𝐵. 𝐾𝐻𝐸𝐵 is on the top of the hill, in the mountain. 𝐾𝐻𝐸𝐵 sleep there on top of the hill on magnificent bed, while 𝐁𝐻𝐸𝐴 and 𝐁𝐃 were sleeping at his backyard. In prison. Is that wanted? Who wants that? No. But to be a servant of a pure devotee and Krishna is the most exalted position that every intelligent person would like to find. So depending on Krishna is most exalted, while depending on karmi is very, very degrading situation. Nobody wants it. So Krishna said, 𝐤𝐻𝐸𝐽 sarva karmani. Understand? 𝐤𝐻𝐸 sarva karmani. Mayi sanyasa matpara. Buddhi yogam upasritya matchita statam bhava. Bhagavad Gita. What Krishna is saying? In all activities, just depend upon me. In all activities, do what? Just depend upon me. And work always under my protection. You should work always under Krishna's protection. What will happen? In such devotional service, be fully conscious of me. In such devotional service, be fully conscious of me. And then Krishna continues. Machita sarava durgani mat pasada tarishasi ata chetram ahankaran. Na shroshasi, na shroshasi, ina shasi, ina shasi. If you become conscious of me, depending on me, you will pass over all the obstacles of conditioned life by my grace. If, however, you do not work in such consciousness, but act through false ego, not hearing me, you will be lost. If we don't depend on Krishna, our direction is Patanti narake asocha. Patanti means gliding down. Patanti means gliding down. Patanti narake asocha. If you don't depend on Krishna, we don't work according to Krishna's direction, if we act whimsically, act of false ego, not hearing Krishna, Krishna said, well, all our duties are meant to glide us down to where? Naraka. To hell is planet. We go to hell. The Pandavas are exalted because they depend fully on Krishna in all activities. The material disease is due to thinking of becoming independent of everything. Disease or condition like what? Independence. Independence. There is nothing like independence. There is nothing like independence. Everything in this world depends on everything. Yes. What is the power of our eye without electricity? What is the power of our eye without electricity, without light, without sun? What is the power? How powerful is our eye without the sun, without light? How? How powerful is it?
It's powerless.
And we living life means what? Depend on
It's all lost.
even though the light is there, the light is also there. So means what? We are depending on everything. All of us sitting here, we are depending on our stomach, food. How powerful are we? How dependent are we without food? How? How many of us are going to fast completely Ekadasi today? How many of us will fast completely today? No water, no food today. See? See how independent we are? That is how independent we are, that we cannot live without food, even for 1 day, just 24 hours. We cannot do that. So how independent are we? Right? We depend on some things. To be able to hear, we need microphone. Isn't it? We need microphone. Any little distraction, we are finished. The noise is affecting all of us. That's how powerful we are. And we depend on everything, not independence. Independence is illusion. It's ignorance. Independence means illusion. How many of us will say today I'm not going to sleep? I won't sleep today. I'm independent of sleep today, no sleep. Right? Even before you complete a sentence, you're sleeping. So where is independence? Where is the independence?
Independent of our will.
Independence means to be fully absorbed in our duty of being Krishna's eternal servants. That is our independence. We are eternally Krishna's servants and we are fully engaged in doing that service of Krishna, for Krishna's pleasure. That is independence. Anything outside this is illusion. We're cheating ourselves. We are sitting on a chair. We're sitting on a chair or on a mat. It means what? Depend on the mat, on the chair. And the mat and the chair that depend on earth. Dependent. The earth is depending on what? Manta Shesha. The whole universe is resting on Manta Shesha's head. Dependence. Nanda Shesha is depending on Krishna. Only Krishna is fully independent. Swaras. Krishna is Swarat. Fully independent. No one else is independent. Everything else is depending on something. Yes. Because we are not independent, that is why it is a door and the door has locks. If you are independent, why does padlock the door? What's the meaning of having padlock for the door? What's the meaning?
Safety.
Someone stronger than me may come here and harm me. Let me protect myself. If you're independent, why padlock? Why are we considering someone else coming to disturb us? Where's the independence? There is nothing like that. It's a mistake. It's a mistake. This will be clearly understood. The false attempt to become independent of the stringent laws of nature is known as material advancement of experimental knowledge. Stringent laws of nature. Stringent. Very strong and stiff, nobody can escape. Who can escape the laws of nature? Who is that? Even yogis who have the ability to control their eating, they have to depend on air. Yogi will eat air to survive. The air is Christian property. Yes, we didn't manufacture it. We may go to hospital and pay for oxygen, but the doctor is not produce oxygen. Christians property. We're simply claiming someone's property and getting prizes for being a thief. Yes, you get prize to be a thief. But the owner who created everything, no one is recognizing, no one gives him any glorification. Abominable life. Stringent laws of nature, properly use this word. Stringent. Who can escape? We're not going to change this body we carry. We're not going to change this body we carry. We will not change it. No one has the power not to change it. The body will be changed. Only devotees of Krishna has the power. And then when he didn't change his body, Dhruva Maharaj did not change his body. Because they don't claim to be dependent. They fully depend on Krishna and executed the activities faithfully for Krishna's satisfaction. Therefore, only devotee has the power to adjust nature. Everyone else is under the laws of nature. The whole material world is moving on this false attempt of becoming dependent on the laws of nature. Beginning from Ravana, who wanted to prepare a direct staircase to the planet of heaven, down to the present age. They are trying to overcome the laws of nature. They are trying now to approach distant planetary system by electronic mechanical power. But the highest goal of human civilization is to work hard under the guidance of the Lord and become completely dependent on Him. The highest achievement of perfect civilization is to work with valor, but at the same time depend completely on the Lord. A devotee has desire to do something, and a devotee works hard towards it. But his mentality is, Krishna, if you want, let it be successful. If you don't want, let it be as you want. I don't care. This is depending on Krishna. Depending on Krishna does not mean no action from the devotee. Depending on Krishna means everything we do is a service to Krishna. So if Krishna wants it either way, we have to follow that. That is depending on Krishna. Not that Krishna, no, I want to build temple for you in flag and it must be. So Krishna said, no, you put it in Port Louis. No, Krishna, in flag. How is that for Krishna? That is what I want. But I'm using Krishna to do what I want. In the name of Krishna, we're doing so many nonsense things. Depending on Krishna means what Krishna wants, we do it. Like Arjuna. Arjuna did not want to fight. The Krishna said, I want it. You do it. This is what I want. Krishna. Huh? What philosophy are you teaching me? Kill my father? Yes. You kill my father? You kill a teacher? What philosophy are you teaching me? Krishna said, that is your own philosophy. That is a philosophy. You are speaking this philosophy, but see, you are frustrated. How can a person who knows be frustrated like you? Keep quiet, you're a fool, and hear from me. Against okay. Understand? Do what I'm telling you to do. If you follow me, you'll be free from all reactions. If you don't follow me, you are going to act anyway. But your action will going to implicate you. You will go to hell along with your family members whom you are trying to avoid. I'm the supreme authority. Work according to my direction. You'll be saved. I don't forward for Krishna without reservation. What would the result? He became glorified by everyone. So working for Krishna, depending fully on Krishna, is a glorious act. I must follow that.
Half past 8 we can fast. Till 8:30.
The Pandavas were the ideal executors of this standard of civilization. See the word properly used. The Pandavas were the ideal executors of this standard of civilization. Arjuna, he fought even though he did not want to fight. Yeah, look at what we do, some of us. If I don't want to cook, and my superior telling me, cook for me, what mentality will I use in cooking? Okay, let me just do it for you anyway. Right? Just do it for you. That's what you want. Just do it for you. I just didn't have this kind of consciousness. He didn't want to fight. But when Krishna convinced him the importance of doing your duty according to authority, Arjuna understood. He fought with the whole of his strength, no reservation. This is bhakti. This is bhakti. This is devotional service. Christian consciousness. It's opposite of our consciousness. The Pandavas were the ideal executors of this standard of civilization. Undoubtedly, they were completely dependent on the goodwill of Lord Sri Krishna. But they were not idle parasites of the Lord. Oh, Krishna, you are the supreme personality of Godhead. You are the supreme doer of everything. So what is the use of my doing anything here? Who can do anything better than you? So you do it yourself. Devotees are not parasites. That means that we don't hang around for nothing. A devotee should not exist in Christian consciousness as a burden. A devotee should exist consciously, effectively, resourcefully. A devotee should be resourceful, not a parasite. A parasite means you have nothing to offer. You are just existing here, just adding to the number, but you can't offer anything. Parasite. A devotee is not. A devotee is a contributor to everything that he is participating. He contributes sufficiently. He's part of it. So, Prabhupada said the Pandavas, the ideal executors of this principle. They are not parasites. They were all highly qualified both by personal character and by physical activities. Still, they always looked for the mercy of the Lord because they knew that every living being is dependent by constitutional position. The profession of life is, therefore, to become dependent on the will of the Lord instead of becoming falsely dependent in the material world. Those who try to become falsely independent of the Lord are called anatha, or without any guardian. Whereas those who are completely dependent on the will of the Lord are called sanatha, or those living, or those having someone to protect them. Devotees are sanatha. We have Krishna to protect us. We have Krishna as our protector. We have Krishna as our guardian. One whom we look up to for everything. Just see how it's so wonderful to always remember that someone is there for me. He gives shelter. He gives shelter just to understand, to know, yes, there is somebody there for me. When one feels nobody is there for me, very dangerous. There's nobody there for me, very, very dangerous. The fear of having nobody there for us is very, very dangerous and risky. It can make so many people to do so many unnecessary things, like suicide. Suicide. Why people commit suicide? What is the purpose of my life? There's nothing there to live for. There's nothing there to live for. So better terminate this life. But those who knows that Krishna is there for me, the Guru is there for me, the husband is there for me. Oh, there is life. There is a reason to live. You know? There's a reason to live. Why I shouldn't have Guru there? Krishna is there? What is right? I'm completely protected. So, Prahlad Maharaj was challenging a formidable person that is tormenting the whole demigod. Prahlad Maharaj was tormenting the person who was tormenting all the demigods. A small boy. Why? He knew something that they will say for me. So what can he do to me? See my Lord. He was seeing his Lord directly. Therefore, he was fearless. He can challenge Hiranyakashipu, who chastises all demigods and drew them away from their position. Prahlad, my small boy, tormented him. Why? He knows. My Lord is here. What can he do to me? Look at my supreme person. He's here. So what can he do to me? A child is ready to challenge any person because the father is here. What can he do? The father is here, he will beat you. This conviction the devotees will have. Even theoretically, we should have this conviction. Then it will become practical, it will become realized. The Supreme Lord is there. The Special Master is always there. For those who always see the Special Master, always see Krishna everywhere, in everything, they are all available for us. Anatha. That's what devotee. Sanatha. With devotee. By the deluding power of the external material nature, we forget that the material condition of life is the most undesirable perplexity. The Bhagavad Gita therefore directs us, 7:19, that after many, many births, one fortunate person becomes aware of the fact that Vāsudeva is all in all, and that the best way of leading one's life is to surrender unto him completely. We should surrender our life completely to Vāsudeva. That is the quest, that is the direction Bhagavad Gita is pointing us to. That is the sign of a Mahatma. Sa Mahatma Sujulabha. Such a great soul is very rare. Very rare. All the members of the Pandava family were Mahatmas in household life. Maharaj Yudhishthira was the head of these Mahatmas, and Queen Kunti was the mother of Mahatmas. The lessons of the Bhagavad Gita and all the Puranas, specifically the Bhagavad Purana, are therefore inevitably connected with the history of the Pandava and Mahatmas. For them, separation from the Lord was just like the separation of a fish from water. Srimati Kunti Devi therefore felt such separation like a thunderbolt, and the whole prayer of the queen is to try to persuade the Lord to stay with them. After the battle of Kurukshetra, although the inimical kings were killed, their sons and grandsons were still there to deal with the Pandavas. It is not only the Pandavas who were put into the condition of enmity, but all of us are always in such a condition. And the best way of living is to become completely dependent to the will of the Lord, and thereby overcome all difficulties and material resistance. We have our Gita today. Krishna spoke the Gita. To his friend, Arjuna. So because of the mercy of Arjuna, we have our Gita. So when a devotee takes Bhagavad Gita in hand, when you take the Bhagavad Gita in your hand, what are you trying to do? When you take Bhagavad Gita, has anyone ever taken Bhagavad Gita in hand, like you have in Bhagavatam? Eh? Has anyone done that? Have you taken Bhagavad Gita in your hand before? Eh? So when you take Bhagavad Gita in your hand, what are you trying to do?
Flip over the pages and
To receive the mercy of Arjuna.
Want to receive the mercy of Arjuna?
flip over the pages and try to find the first shlok that comes to mind.
And to find the first book that comes to the mind. When you take Bhagavad Gita in your hand, what are you trying to do?
I'm trying to understand Krishna.
Want to understand Krishna?
To hear from Krishna.
We want to hear what Krishna wants to tell us. We want to hear what Krishna wants to tell us. Not telling somebody, because nobody is holding. It is you who is holding Bhagavad Gita in the hand. So you want to hear what Krishna wants to tell you. You understand? Taking Bhagavad Gita in the hand, that's what it means. So we should take Bhagavad Gita in our hand consciously. I've taken Bhagavad Gita not for somebody. I've taken Bhagavad Gita to hear what Krishna wants to tell me. Therefore, we should listen to what Krishna has to tell us, what Krishna is telling us. We should listen to what Krishna is telling. Krishna gave Bhagavad Gita to a distressful person who is completely bewildered and has no future. Arjuna was completely bewildered, confused, and worried about material life. So we feel like that? We live in travel. Without Bhagavad Gita, without Krishna consciousness, you have no direction. Have you realized this? That without Krishna consciousness, no one has any direction in this world? No direction. Confused. In confusion, a person who is confused, how wonderful is our activities? How wonderful is the activity of a confused person who has entered the kitchen to cook? What would happen in the kitchen? What would happen in the kitchen? Confused, they have entered the kitchen to cook. What would happen there?
Havoc.
Yes, what kind of havoc? You're going to cook without salt?
I want to cook what Krishna's like, not what I like.
Person. Confused person has entered kitchen to cook. What is he going to cook?
Nothing.
Hmm?
I cannot cook nothing.
You can't cook anything. What do you cook? You burn it. Anything you put on fire, you're going to burn it. Is it not? or it is too much salt or not salt, or too much pepper or not pepper. It's too watery. Because no focus. A person who has entered into a kitchen conscientiously and he knows exactly what to do, what will happen after that? Wonderful preparation. That when people, this is very nice. Is it not? Because there's a focus. Where is the focus of a person, a conditioned soul in this world? Where's our direction in this world? Everything a conditioned soul does is dangerous for himself or herself. Not even for somebody else. For the person himself or herself is very, very dangerous. Every single thing a conditioned soul performs in this world is very dangerous. True or not? Is it true or not? Where is our direction in this world? Where are we going? Paternity, narake, asocha. We are all doing sinful activity. Asocha means unclean activities, unclean. Activities which don't clean. Sinful activities, it is our civilization in the material world. Sinful activities. You want to know sinful in Kali Yuga, you don't exist. To exist in the material world means we must be sinful. Must be a demon. Yeah, and you are popular, you are famous. Patanti nareke asocha. Asocha. Unclean, sinful activities. That is what everyone does in this material world. Only Christian consciousness come in to give a direction. So Bhakti Dhira is what? The direction for those who are blind, just like Sutta Goswami said in Bhagavatam. Purana, Arka, Udina, Duda, Adina, Udita. Purana, Arka. Bhagavatam is what? The light. For what? Those of us who have lost our sight in this dense age of Kali. Bhagavatam is the light for those who want to see. So Bhagavad Gita is what? The solace for distressful heart. Bhagavad Gita is the solace. It's the light. So Krishna gave Bhagavad Gita. Krishna put Bhagavad Gita in our hands to cure our distress, our malady, to remove our ignorance, and bring out the light, so that we can see things as they are and act properly. So when we take Bhagavad Gita in our hands, we should understand, let me hear, I want to hear what Krishna wants to tell me. Krishna wants to destroy my ignorance. Krishna wants to destroy my misery. Krishna wants to bring me out from the dark world of material existence. That's Bhagavad Gita. So Krishna gave it today to remove our ignorance. So, with this kind of mindset, we should hear Bhagavad Gita. We should read Bhagavad Gita. Take Bhagavad Gita. What did Mahatma Gandhi say? When darkness confront me, when darkness, all directions look dark and I have no hope anywhere, I turn to Bhagavad Gita. I do what? I turn to Bhagavad Gita. And every page is potent to illuminate me with Krishna consciousness and destroy my life. We should read Bhagavad Gita every day. We should read Bhagavad Gita
Every day.
Every day.
It is compulsory for all of us to read Bhagavad Gita every day.
Every day.
If you don't read Bhagavad Gita, it's a breaking of principle. We have four related principles. That is not all. That is not all. It's a breaking of principle. What principle? Of civilized human being. The principle of decent life, a civilized person, is that one must read Bhagavad Gita every day. Chanakya Pandit recommends. You should read Bhagavad Gita every day. And Srila Prabhupada recommended 2 hours for all devotees. 2 hours. should read Bhagavad Gita. Even if you don't have 2 hours, read something. Read something. Even if it is 1 line, you should read Bhagavad Gita. It is very, very powerful. Krishna gave us the Gita for our benefit. And he put his devotee Arjuna in a situation where he can give us the Gita. So for our benefit, Arjuna has to suffer for us. Just as Prabhupada. For Prabhupada to give us Krishna consciousness, he has to suffer severe heart attack and so many problems from God brothers, all directions. Prabhupada said, all along, my God brothers, they give me compression, depression, and repression only. No single appreciation. But I didn't give up. I continued. And that is why you have Krishna consciousness today. And the sacrifice Prabhupada made to give us this Krishna consciousness. We should appreciate that by reading Bhagavad Gita every day. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Any comment or question?
I have one question, very clever, Maharaj.
Yes. What's your clever question?
How can we be dependent by someone and not dependent on Krishna?
How can we depend on someone who does not?
Yeah, how can we
Krishna?
become dependent on someone? Those are not dependent on Krishna, not depend on Krishna.
If you depend on someone who does not depend on Krishna, then you will go to where that person will go. You will go to where that person will go. The person who does not depend on Krishna, where will the person go? That is where we are going to go. If you depend on Krishna's devotees, you will go to where the devotees of Krishna will go. Is it difficult to understand?
I understand.
To depend on Kamsa, where will we go? If we depend on Prabhupada, where will we go? We go to Prabhupada. And where is Prabhupada? We look at him now. At the same we go. So we should depend on Krishna, Krishna's devotees, Krishna's people. So Prabhupada told us many times throughout, we should go to the right source. How many times Prabhupada said this? We should go to the right source. Hear from the right source. Depend on the right source. If there is right source, there will be wrong source also. Right? So if we depend on the wrong source, we will go there. That's the teaching of Bhagavad Gita. Krishna said, if you worship the demigods, you will go there. You will not make a mistake and come to me. Right? You will go to the demigod. He already want to see. When I see a person, in chapter 7, Krishna said, when I see a person having interest in a demigod, I will make that person's faith fixed on that demigod. That is chapter 7. Chapter 9, Krishna said, so if that is a process, then if you worship demigod, where will you go? You are sure to go there. If you worship ghosts and spirit, you are sure to go there. If you worship me, you come to me. Is that? So let us depend on Krishna and Krishna's devotees. Not on someone who does not depend on Krishna. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Depend on someone who does not depend on Krishna. It doesn't make sense. Krishna has given us intelligence. You have to use it. To do for you. Any other question, please?
Hare Krishna. One question. someone decides to read the Bhagavad Gita. He takes the Bhagavad Gita and sit down to read. But as soon as he reads one slok, and suddenly he got asleep. And he took for 2 hours. So what benefit he has derived from being seated, holding the Bhagavad Gita and read only one slok and got deep in slumber for 2 hours?
The benefit that he has read one slok. The benefit. He has read one slok. How many people have read one slok today in the world? How many people in the world? At least we have one person who has read one slok in Bhagavad Gita. It's glorious. It's glorious, wonderful that he has read one slok in Bhagavad Gita. And Bhagavad Gita. Powerful. Very powerful. It should be glorified. And among the 8 billions of people in the universe, one person has read Bhagavad Gita. At least one slok. That's wonderful. That's glorious. If you worship that person, yes, just appreciate the person. There's so many people who will never have chance to even Bhagavad Gita this lifetime. Not even to see it. So if we are taking Bhagavad Gita in hand to hear what Krishna wants to tell us, and we read his book, we're feeling sleepy, we should stand up. We should stand up. So Prabhupada had mentioned a devotee should mold his life in such a way that one remains Krishna conscious 24 hours a day. Should mold our life. So simply stand up. Why not? And try to read. You should try. If one is sitting here sleeping, stand up and read. Walk around with the Bhagavad Gita in your hand and try to read. Try to defeat the sleep. Yes. So defeat the sleep. So in this way we remain Krishna conscious. Wonderful. Yes,
Thank you so much. Thank you very much, Maharaj, for your wonderful association. Maharaj, nowadays people are dependent on money. The things that without money we cannot make progress. So devotees also sometimes get that tendency to collect money or to after money. So could you please elaborate on it, Maharaj?
Yes, devotees will have money. Devotees will have money. Why not? But you shouldn't have money at the expense of our Krishna consciousness. We shouldn't. No devotees will sacrifice Krishna for anything. A first-class devotee should sacrifice everything for Krishna, but not sacrifice Krishna for anything. Yes, we should have money. Why not? But while trying to get money and we forget Krishna, then it is dangerous. So Rupa Goswami said we should not try to our endeavor. Because our endeavor will destroy the bhakti. That's our endeavor. In the Matraya, where people say, cut, tailor, cut your cloth according to your size. It will fit you. People will say, who is the tailor who made this dress for you? So nice, good tailor. Right? They told this bogus. In Wasafari, they'll say, Papa dash me. Understand? Papa dashed me. That means this is a dress for your father. He has given to you. You know your size. That's how you begin. Papa dashed me. You know your size. So let us cut it according to our size. It will fit us and people will appreciate the tailor who made the dress for you. So we should work to have money, but we shouldn't sacrifice Christian for money. It's dangerous. It's over endeavoring. We shouldn't do that. A devotee is not a parasite, Prabhupada mentioned. Overdependent is dangerous, it's condemned in the scripture. Overdependence is, what is overdependence? Overdependent means I'm so lazy and I want you to do everything while I have nothing to do, yet I am part of the family. That's a parasite, not contributing anything to the family. And I want to claim heritage to that family. That's overdependence. It's condemned in the scripture. Depending on Krishna is glorified in the scripture. Overdependence is condemned. So devotees should work. But our work should not take our Christian conscious life. It's not what job, it is a demon to destroy our Christian consciousness. So devotees should use intelligence, which is already given to us. Association is a way power that will help us to regulate that. Approaching those who know better than us is very, very helpful to help us, to help guide us, to protect us. So that we do what is right at all times. Is it clear? Right, it's 8:30 now. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam. Jai.